serious bodily injury on someone.
Yes.
Could it even kill them?
Yes.
Especially swung at somebody's head, right?
Right.
So if I took this, I'll take this, thank you. States 11, if I took this and swung it on somebody's head like this, even if I'm, say, 5'1", I could very easily kill them, right?
Right.
At a minimum, do extraordinary serious bodily injury.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to turn now to the 22nd of 2023. And just one housekeeping matter here. Defendant's exhibit, we'll have it. Defendant's exhibit 10. I've tendered it to the state before.
Will you correct the other one too?
Did I call it states?
You did.
Gosh. Sorry. That was defense exhibit 11 for demonstrative purposes. Again, old habits die hard. So defendant's exhibit 10 here. If you'll take a look at this, we've talked a lot about key card and IDR. It's reflected in a document like this, right?
Right.
And so you recognize kind of the contents of this. That relates to this particular incident we heard talking about today, right?
Right.
And so can you just leaf through that and just verify for me that this document pertains to this particular case?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, thank you, sir. So at this time, the defense would offer Defendant's Exhibit 10. I've previously tendered it to the state for inspection.
So again, no objection from the state.
It's admitted.
All right, Captain Hudson, feel free to refer to Defendant's Exhibit 10 here. If you need it to refresh, it seems like you have a pretty good mastery of the facts from that night. And we'll come back to it. So, as I understand it, that night you were dispatched for, of course, the fire alarm, but did y'all categorize it as a, quote, malicious false alarm? Does that sound familiar?
Our dispatch just sent it out as a fire alarm.
Okay, but in terms of if you wrote an incident report, would it surprise you that it contained the term malicious false alarm as an incident type?
No, I think it does.
Okay, so that sounds accurate.
Right.
For your type of report. Okay, so we've got a malicious false alarm. You're coming from Station 36. Lights and sirens, as you said, you got there pretty quickly. So you're dedicating resources from that fire station now to get to that apartment complex to make sure it's not burning down to the ground, right?
Right.
Okay, and so what triggered you all to get there would have been probably some kind of either just the fire alarm itself from the company, but maybe the 911 calls as well, right?
Right.
And looking at that IDR, Defense 10, there were 911 calls made that night, weren't there?
Yeah, I mean, because it has a description, so there had to have been, yes.
Right, okay. And so at this time, I'd like to now offer again Defendant's Exhibit 3, thumb drive that was previously offered on Friday by Mr. Nisbet. It has been inspected by the state as well for its authenticity.
Your Honor, may I take this on a brief order?
Yes.
Captain Hudson, have you listened to what's on that USB?
I'm sorry, which one was it?
Defense?
I can tell you he hasn't.
Okay. So you have not had a chance to listen to what's on there?
I guess not.
Okay. So you don't know what the contents, have you listened to any of the 911 calls?
No.
In relation to this case?
No, sir.
We'll agree anyway.
Thank you.
All right, it's admitted.
And may I publish the exhibit, please?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play Defense Exhibit 3. I've got it on the Bluetooth speaker down here, so it should work. This is about a 5-minute call. And out of fairness, it's the first time you're hearing it, but I want to see if this helps provide some context to your response that night.
San Antonio 911, this is Candace. Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
Hello?
Hi, San Antonio Police.
Hi, this is Marianne. I'm at the Rosewater Farming on Miller. I have a woman out here, and she's trying a fire alarm, and they're telling me she's been in and out of different houses. The alarm is just going off and going off all year.
Okay. And what's
She
your
cut the wire? Oh, shit, she cut the wire.
200 OP or so?
Oh, yes, I wrote one.
Okay, and what building are y'all in?
I'm in a building number 2. Oh my goodness, the woman. So as soon as you come into the apartment, take a right, and for second building, you see all the people outside.
Okay, what is she wearing?
She's wearing a white smoking shirt, white bandana, blue jeans, and she has a big jukebox. She says she owns the whole apartment. The apartments are under by San Antonio housing.
Okay.
She
And
cut the
white-
whole wires from the building.
Okay, yeah, we've already let off, fire department know about that. So she's wearing
Yes.
What color shirt?
White muscle shirt with blue jeans. Has a white bandana covering her head. Has a
I'm gonna go ahead and pause defense 3 at 1 minute and 9 seconds. You said in the key card you saw a description. We just heard on the call there was a description, right?
Right.
Of a woman in a white bandana and a white muscle shirt.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and show you what's been marked as defense exhibit 12. Tell me if you recognize who's depicted in that photograph there.
Melissa Perez.
Okay, and so that's a fair and accurate depiction of what she looked like that night.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This time defense offers defense exhibit 12 tendered to the state for inspection.
It's admitted?
Yeah, publish it, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. And so this is the person we're talking about here that was identified up on the screen here in defense 12, right?
Correct.
Okay.
big shoebox on her, hanging on her arm. She shows the whole apartment.
Okay,
Oh,
is she
she
white,
does it.
black, or Hispanic?
She was so Hispanic.
Okay.
Y'all saw the web, what upon it? Is it empty? It's empty? They said they saw it, this apartment is empty, and they were for the, this apartment? Oh my goodness,
Do you see any weapons on her?
not that I see her right now.
Okay, she
You
seems
think she is?
intoxicated?
She looks like it.
And what is your name?
My name is Marianne.
Marianne? And your telephone number is the 210-708-6675?
Correct.
Okay, did you want to speak with the officers when they get out there?
It don't matter, I'm just here, I'm trying to get this noise out, like, work at 7 in the morning, and it's not cut open.
Yeah, we've got, water department's aware of that, so we're getting out there.
She's talking to truck. She's Mexican, but she's really going off on the other lady. She's going off on it. Yeah, she is. Yeah, the other gentleman. Ma'am, you're the owner? You want to talk to you when they're coming? They should be not seeing. They want to talk to you. They say you're the... When you say you're the owner, you say who owns it? Where does she live?
All right, we will get officers out there, this weekend, okay? If anything changes, give us a call back.
What's the building where y'all live at? So I can tell the cops.
Yeah, did she say which
Go.
apartment she's in?
Well, look at the door. She cut all the wires. Go look at the wires. Go look at the wires. Oh, I do. This is my building. I want to go to sleep. What building are you? Number 2 or number 1? She's on third apartment 3102? She lives in apartment 3102, they're saying. But she's saying that she owns the whole building. Oh my God.
Now, did the alarm stop?
No, the alarm's still open.
Okay. And so she cut the wire in building 2, correct? Or
This is therapy for the wire. Oh, that is that wire. She gets the wire off so she can hold her speaker.
she did what?
She cut the wire from the side, the little thing to hold her speaker. It's the red tape wire. The wire she has on her speaker, that's the wire she took from the nerve, the red wire. Where's her apartment at? Right here, Disney? She's gonna throw her some aside? Well, I wasn't even there, I'm trying to go to work in the morning. Oh my God. Hello?
Yeah, so, yeah, if anything changes, if she gets violent or anything, call us right back, but we've got an officer.
Yeah, she's getting violent. She's getting violent. She has pliers in her hands too.
So I just paused it here at 5:02. Did you catch the last comment that the caller, Ms. Delgado, made to the dispatcher about possible violence? It's
No.
okay, it's a 5-minute long call. Let me rewind it just a few seconds. starting that exhibit at 4:54.
I'll be right back, but we've got officer.
Yeah, she's getting by it. She's getting by it. She has pliers in her hands too.
Right, pause it. And so what did the caller tell the dispatcher right there?
That she has pliers in her hands and she's being violent.
Okay, go ahead, finish the exhibit, thank you.
You know how much longer this will be doing here?
I don't, I'm sorry, get that there as soon as possible. Is she threatening anybody with the pliers?
Oh, she's talking smack to us here, yeah. She has it on her speaker. Alright, we'll be right to the police as possible, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything changes, call us back, okay?
So you testified that you arrived at the apartment, and just to very quickly recap, a large number of people outside have evacuated the building because of the alarm, right?
Correct.
This is close to midnight. And so now having encountered Ms. Perez, she had a dog with her too, didn't she?
Yes.
A pit bull, right? You remember?
I don't remember being a pit bull.
Okay. Small dog,
Was
big
it
dog?
smaller, medium, small?
Okay. Sorry for talking over you.
No, that's right.
That's my fault. I know better. Okay, and so Mr. Escobar asked you specifically about your observations of her possibly being intoxicated. Now, if she were to come back and say a .18 that night, as medical testing would show, would that be consistent with the type of from her that night?
Like I said, I didn't smell. To be fair, I have a horrible sense of smell. And we were outdoors, but she wasn't slurring. She was balanced right on her feet. She wasn't wobbly. Maybe it had something to do with the way she was talking, but other than that, she didn't seem obviously intoxicated to me.
And I think the evidence would show she wasn't drinking over the next few hours, but her observation skills didn't seem to be obvious that she was intoxicated.
Correct.
Okay. Now, the state had you talk about her mentioning her past psychiatric issues.
Right.
Did she mention any of her past dealings with drug abuse?
She did.
Did she mention being arrested for drug possession in the past?
I can't remember if she specifically mentioned being arrested, but
Okay.
that she had some drug abuse problems.
Right. And did she mention ever being found with methamphetamine in the past?
I can't remember.
Fair enough. And so turning now to the fire alarm, the vandalism, I think is how you guys, as firefighters, would refer to it. The sprinkler closet. Looking here in Defense Exhibit 12, you see a lit kind of open doorway there. Is that the same sprinkler closet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to go ahead and show you now what have been marked as Defense Exhibit 13 through 19. And let me know if you, just flipping through this, these fairly inaccurately depict that fire sprinkler closet y'all looked at that night, don't they?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. At this time, defense would offer defendant's exhibits 13 through 19. I'll send her to the state for inspection. No objection.
Right there, admitted?
May I publish them, Your Honor?
Yes.
So let's talk about the sprinkler closet. Looking here first at Defense Exhibit 13. What are we looking at here in this photograph?
Just the closed door to the sprinkler room and the alarm panel.
And so these doors on apartment complexes, they're usually exterior facing, right?
Right.
So that fire department or maintenance can get to them anytime they need to.
Right.
And so as the fire department, when you show up, that may be one of the first places you go if this is the type of call you're responding to.
Correct.
But these doors, they're not.
Not usually.
they're
Sometimes.
supposed- Right.
Right.
But they should be locked.
They should be locked in.
Right. And so looking now at defendants 14 here, what are we looking at here in this picture?
Is
Close
that
up?
What's that?
Is that a close up of the same door?
Appears to be, yeah.
Okay. so here, right next to this, where the latch is the doorknob,
Uh-huh.
those look like pry marks on that door, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, and then looking at Defense Exhibit 15 here, is that the strike plate there? For
Yes,
the
sir.
same door?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's look at Defense Exhibit 16. Could you tell the jury what we're looking at here in this photograph?
Is this the alarm panel? The sprinkler riser? The valves over there?
So this red box in the middle of Defense 16, that's the alarm panel.
Yes.
And then Defense Exhibit 17, is that depicting the same equipment?
Yes.
All right, before we move on from that, I want to ask you, Captain Hudson, those boxes, they have to be very secure, right?
They're usually locked shut, yes.
Very important equipment in there, right?
Correct.
Not something that anyone should have the opportunity to tamper with, right?
Right.
And so when you say they're locked with a key, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And if they are locked, very difficult to open, right?
Right.
And so, how tall are you, Captain Hudson?
About 6'3".
6'3". Could you stand up for me? So if you're 6'3", whereabout on your body would that box be situated, height-wise?
Right.
About chest high, right? And so for you, if you were to go to a locked one of these boxes to try and pry it open, do you think you'd be able to pry it open just with your hands?
I may be able to.
You may be able to, right? How about somebody who's 5'1", who instead of doing this would be doing this? That'd be much more difficult, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Definitely, right? You can take a seat. And furthermore, when you're reaching up like this, overhead height, you don't have that additional leverage of maybe your hips pulling on it like this, right? I've got my hands here just for the record about mid-torso height, twisting my body to get that leverage. You wouldn't have that if you're reaching head height to try and open this thing, right?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you can grab it and hang on it. You know what I mean?
So, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. So let's focus in here on the door to Defense 17. If you look at this door here, it's bent, both at the top and the bottom, isn't it?
Yes.
Because the lock here is in the middle.
Right.
And so to get it open, someone, Melissa, must have been pulling at the top and bottom of this door outward like this, right?
I mean, her or somebody in the past, yeah.
Right. And for someone like Melissa Perez to get it open, she'd probably need an implement of some sort to get it open. Right?
Possibly, yeah.
So if a 911 caller described her as walking around with pliers, that would be a great way to get this thing open, wouldn't it?
It could be, yeah.
Okay. And inside the box, of course, moving on here, you see a number of red kind of frayed cables here. Is that the ordinary state that they're supposed to be in that box?
No, everything's usually tucked away nice and neat in
And
the box.
connected, right?
Correct.
Those are severed connections now. That's what triggered the alarm, isn't it?
Yes.
And so looking here at Defense Exhibit 18, that's just a close-up of the same damage, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then Defendant's Exhibit 19, on the ground here we see a number of wire-looking objects here. Those look consistent with what would be inside of that fire alarm panel box.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last series of questions. You have that key card in front of you there. We heard from you about the behavior of Ms. Perez that you saw that night. That behavior didn't necessarily make its way into the key card from you, right?
Not for me, no.
And it wouldn't, because as the firefighter, you're not there to necessarily report on somebody's mental state or possible psychosis.
Right.
Make sure everyone's safe, and that's it.
Correct.
Okay, and so other than what you conveyed to the first officer on scene, we'll call him Officer 1, Rojas, and maybe some of the other officers, 2, Ramos, and the 3rd, Salinas, and other than what you might have told them, the only way that anybody else would know what's going on with Melissa Perez is to look at a document like this to see what notes are in there, right? Fair to say.
Yeah.
If they're not told, then they can find it here. But if it's not in either of those two places, they're not going to know it, right?
Correct.
And so if neither the key cards nor the officers who first got there told Nathan Villalobos about Melissa's possible mental state, there's no way for him to know, right?
Right.
And if nobody told Elzar Alejandro any of that, and it's not in the key card, there's no way for him to know that that was going on with her, right?
Right.
And then lastly, as to Alfred Flores, if nobody told him, none of those officers, and it's not in any of the documents he has to refer to, there's no way for him to know that's what's going on with her, right?
Right.
All right. Your Honor, if I may publish the photos to the jury,
Yes.
and with that, I'll pass the witness.
All right, the rule's been invoked. You know what that means?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you don't mind grabbing those documents, put them up here on the left. Oh, and you are excused.
All right. Thank you. I take my own, or?
Yes, you take your own. All right, State, call your next witness.
State calls Officer Jesus Rojas.
Yes. All right, I'll swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, sir. All right, you may need to adjust the microphone, make sure everybody can hear you, okay? Can you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your name for the court reporter, please?
My name is Jesus Rojas, JESUS,
They want to pull a little closer to you. There you go. All right, State.
Jesus Rojas.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me on this microphone? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Officer Rojas, please introduce yourself to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
My name is Jesus Rojas. San Antonio Police Department. Been worked there for 9 years. I work at South Substation.
Can you move that microphone a little bit closer to you so we can hear you? Thank you. And you are, from the clothing that we see, you are a San Antonio police officer?
Yes.
And
Yeah. So, I worked there 9 years. San Antonio Police Department.
And to become a police officer with San Antonio Police Department, what kind of training do you receive?
We did training. We went to the academy for about 7-8 months. We learned the penal code, the CCP, and did a lot of other training.
And in the course of this training, and after you kind of studied the penal code and the laws and procedures of the San Antonio Police Department, are you then assigned to a patrol district?
Yes.
And in your case, where were you assigned?
I was assigned.
Judge, I'm just concerned that the jury, can you quiet the jury can hear him? Because I mean, it's hard, I'm listening, but it's hard to hear him.
Now, remember, members of the jury, I did indicate when I swore you in, if you cannot hear for any reason, you let me know. Okay, I'm always going to assume that you can hear unless you tell me otherwise.
Yeah, it's on.
We'll try that one too.
I think it worked now.
Okay.
Yep, is this one working?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's working now.
You just didn't have it on.
assigned to a patrol district? Where were you initially assigned?
I was assigned to the 61 side, on South Patrol, on dog watch.
Explain to the jury where in the city section 61 is?
It's like between military on the south side, South Park Mall area.
How many different districts are there in the city?
In the city, there's a bunch of them. But on the south side, every side has a certain amount of districts. So some have 6, some have 8. So and there's 3 sides. There's 61 side, 62 side, and 63 side.
And so right out of the academy, you were assigned to that area.
Yes.
And what is an FTO?
It's a field training officer.
And did you have the benefit and perhaps the requirement of driving and responding to calls with an FTO?
Yes, sir.
And how long of a period did you do that?
About 3.5 months.
3.5 months?
Yes.
And what kinds of things did you learn during those 3.5 months?
We did a calls, family violence, traffic stops, robberies, all kinds of different.
So when someone calls 911 and they need an initial responder from the San Antonio Police Department, you were in a position to be that first responder?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a patrol car assigned to you?
Yes.
Is it assigned to a group or is it assigned to a single officer?
It's assigned to a group.
In your progression then, over the years, I think you said you've been an officer for 10 years?
A little bit under 9.
A little bit longer than 9?
Under 9. Less than 9.
And did you remain in that same district or did you move around?
Moved it around.
What other districts did you serve in?
I started off initially in the 63 side, and then I ended up going to 62 side, then the 61 side.
Okay. And all 3 of those districts are on the south side of town?
Yes.
And with each district, is there a single supervising sergeant or multiple sergeants?
Multiple sergeants. They have ones that's assigned to that section, and there's some that are kind of float around to different sections.
Okay. And I want to take you back in your experience as an officer. Go back to June 22nd, 2023. Would you remember that day?
Yes, sir.
What section were you working in then?
I was in the 61 side.
61 side.
Yes, sir.
And what were your hours of work?
From 2200 to 0600.
Military time, 2200 being
10 o'clock, 10:30. So sorry, 10:30 to 6:30 in the morning.
10:30, 6:30 in the morning. And were you assigned a patrol car?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a partner?
No, sir.
Okay. What changes that allows an officer to work by himself as opposed to with a partner?
Excuse me?
You know, what kind of development takes place for you to be assigned a car just by yourself rather than with a partner?
The only time you really have a partner that's with you in the vehicle is when you're in the FTO phases.
I'm sorry?
In the FTO phases?
So after that period of supervision, I guess, and training with an FTO, you get your own car.
Yeah, you're pretty much by yourself on your own.
Now, so on that night, did you recall being called out to the Rosemont Apartments, off 6200 Old Pearsall Road?
Yes, sir.
About what time of day or night was it?
It was maybe a little bit, I would say about midnight. Not sure exactly the time.
And tell the jury kind of how an officer who is assigned to that region is dispatched to a call.
So the dispatcher keys up, sends you the call, and you just go over there to whatever she assigns you to.
And if you're in your car, will you hear it on the radio? Will you hear it from some speaker or communication device you have on your phone?
Should
Will you hear it?
it'll come out of your radio, and then it'll pop up on your actual laptop.
There's a laptop in your vehicle.
Yes.
And in this instance, what did you get dispatched for? What were you notified of that needed your that required your help?
The fire department was out with the female that had cut some wires for the fire alarm.
All right. And how far away were you from that location, if you remember?
I was maybe about 20 minutes away. 15 minutes was a good distance.
And did you set out for that location with lights and sirens on?
No.
Okay. What determines whether or not you use lights and sirens to a call?
It depends on the call. I guess they categorize them like, you have robbery, those, send you sirens, lights and sirens. This was, I believe it was just like a disturbance.
So you followed the law, the speed limits, just headed to that location.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember when you arrived at that location, what you saw kind of around you?
Yeah, the fire department was there. Fire department was there, and I got in contact with one of the firefighters, and he had told me that the female had cut the wires to the fire alarm, set up the fire alarm.
There was a gentleman that just testified that kind of left here before you testified. Did you see him when you were in the room with him earlier?
Yes.
Okay, is that the fireman that you had contact with at that location that night?
Yes.
And so he was he your first point of contact?
I believe so.
Now, as part of the equipment that you have with you as a San Antonio police officer, were you issued a body camera?
Yes.
And where is the body camera located in relation to the police uniform?
It's usually on the. I place mine on my pocket, my left pocket.
Is it affixed by a clip or a magnet?
Yeah, it's like it's a clip that clips onto my pocket, and then it snaps onto the clip.
And what are the protocols with San Antonio Police Department regarding when you turn it on and when you turn it off?
We turn it on as soon as we get the call. We're headed to the location. We turn on the camera.
Okay. Are there times during the call that you would turn it off, or does it stay open during the entire call?
It stays on during the entire call.
Okay, and then what would prompt you then to turn it off?
Once the call complete the call, then we could turn it off.
What do you mean complete the call?
When we figure out what we're gonna do, once you're done with the actual call, whether it be, you take somebody to jail and arrest them afterwards, and once you get in there, you turn it off. Just whenever you're done with the call, you're not in contact with the public anymore.
With respect to every call, does every call end up with an arrest?
No, sir.
Could a call conclude without an arrest?
Yes.
And when you concluding the call, would you then turn off your body-worn camera?
Yes.
With regard to this call, did you activate your body-worn camera after you received that dispatch to go to 6200 Old Pearsall Road?
Yes.
Okay. And did you leave that camera on until you completed the call?
Yes.
Okay. May I approach her?
Yes.
Let me show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 6. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
How are you able to recognize it?
Initial, my badge number and the date.
Okay, have you had a chance to look at the contents of State's Exhibit 6 and confirm what was on it?
Yes.
And what does it contain?
I'm sorry, David. I think our evidence is in defense. 4 and 5, God bless you. The defense 4 and 5 is already in, and so we don't have 2 of them. They only need 1 body cam from Officer Rojas. If they don't mind using ours, I mean, it's the same thing. Just to
We'll
save
go ahead
some
and
time.
use ours. You can instruct the jury at the end and remind them they don't have to look at it twice.
Okay, so you want to enter yours as well? Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Is that true, an accurate copy of your entire body cam?
Yes.
Now, in fact, is there more than one body camera on here?
It's multiple. I turned it off once, so there should be 2 different recordings.
We have no objections to
Okay.
it.
Right, are you moving to admit it?
I am moving to admit it.
It's admitted?
May I publish it to the jury, Your Honor?
Yes.
You trying to do the Elmo or our computer? Your computer? I already switched it to did y'all push the buttons on your end? Yeah, it was on the switch to HDMI. Try it again? It's on, but it's not.
Continue to ask questions while they work through this, if you like.
You're welcome to do that, yes.
All right, you had mentioned when you first arrived at the scene, you made contact with Captain Hudson, the witness that preceded you, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And at that moment in time when you met with Captain Hudson at the San Antonio Fire Department, what did you know about what happened at that location?
He explained to me that
Well, first of all, before you got anything from him, what did you know?
just whatever was on the key card, that there's a female that cut the actual wires to the burglar alarm, set off the burglar alarm.
And describe for the jury what a key card is.
That was the key card, so it's our laptop. When they sign a call, it gives you the details of the actual call and some of the comments that the call takers are putting on the key card, on the laptop about the call.
And is that information distributed to all the officers in the district or just the people that were dispatched to the call?
It'll be to the people who are dispatched to the call, but every officer could see it. They all have access to see it on their own computer.
Okay, so you have that information, you have a kind of a description of the purported suspect and what they did,
Yes.
right? when you talk to Captain, I guess then Lieutenant Hudson, did he seem to have some additional information to give you?
He said he had a video recording of her confessing to what she did.
And anything else?
Just that she was he had told her that the FBI was listening to her. That's why she cut the wires.
And did he actually show you where this fire sprinkler cabinet was?
Yes.
And kind of indicate with you where the wires were cut?
Yes.
Did he present you with any witnesses that saw her cut it?
No, I believe not. He did.
He didn't?
No, he didn't.
But he did say he had recorded her making some admissions to having done it.
Yes.
Right? And from the things that he had told you about some of the things, did some of the things that she said seem to be factually accurate?
Can you explain yourself?
Yeah, it wasn't a very good question, right? With regard with some of the things that she was saying to Captain Hudson, did it seem like they were fantastical thinking?
What she was saying that the FBI was tapping on, hearing her, so she was trying to cut the wires to stop that.
Okay, Danny, did you accept that as being true?
No.
Okay. But did it clue you into something else?
Yes, that she was probably suffering from some kind of mental episode.
As part of that training you went through, and the experiences you had over 8 or 9 years in a patrol car responding to 911 calls and emergencies, had you had the kinds of training and preparation to deal with somebody who's having mental illness challenges?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about the kind of the training that you received.
We received training in the academy. After the academy, we still had to receive more training. They actually sent us to a class to where we received training. Yeah, after academy and during the academy.
I mean, is that a point of emphasis in your training?
Yes.
Because does it happen with regularity that you will encounter in a police citizen contact someone that is exhibiting signs of mental illness or crisis?
Yes.
Does the San Antonio Police Department actually have a specialized unit for dealing with such situations as that?
Yes, sir.
What is that unit called?
The mental health unit.
The mental health unit.
Yes.
Tell the jury a little bit about the mental health unit and how officers are trained to involve them during certain incidents.
So the unit, they have certain officers that's how they deal with the mental health consumers. So whenever they have some that are, I guess, regulars, they'll send some of them.
Are people from that unit available to officers like yourself 24/7?
Yes.
They are, and in 2023.
Well, back then they weren't as big as they are now. It was mainly during the daytime hours. Yeah.
So in 2023, they were limited to availability during the daytime hours?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So in this call, which you said was closer to midnight, right? Was there any mental health unit officers or personnel that you could have dispatched for that call?
No.
Sorry?
No, sir.
All right. But you've got an initial, some initial thinking that this might involve someone who has some mental health challenge. Would I agree? Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
Now, in speaking to Captain Hudson, did he eventually direct you to a woman that was there on the premises of the apartment complex?
Yes, sir.
And did you approach that woman?
Yes.
Did she meet the description that you read in the key card?
Yes.
And what was that description?
She was wearing a bandana, bald, wearing a bandana.
And when you approached her, did she run from you?
No.
Tell us about that encounter.
So when I approached her, I asked her what her name was, and she told me her name. Asked her if she was diagnosed with any kind of mental illnesses. She said that she was falsely diagnosed by a false doctor. She said that she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but she wasn't taking any medication.
Was there a reason why you asked those particular questions?
Because, yeah, I mean, a lot of times that's the first thing we ask is what kind of mental diagnosis what kind of mental illnesses they're diagnosed with, and we see if they're on their medications.
Okay, you are not a trained clinician or doctor or psychiatrist or anything of that nature, right?
No, sir.
But you are taught to kind of be aware of the signs so that you know how to handle your call under protocols, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is an ED, or otherwise known as an emergency detention?
Excuse me?
What is an emergency detention?
Emergency detention is when we have a consumer that's dealing with a mental illness. We take them to hospital, and they're admitted at the hospital as a emergency detention, and they get evaluated by a doctor.
Okay. Now, just because you encounter a person who's experiencing delusions, okay, if you experience in your work as a police officer, does that automatically require that that person be involuntarily detained and taken on an emergency detention to a hospital?
No, sir. They have to meet they have to meet a certain criteria. They have to be a danger to themselves or to others.
Okay. And do you conduct and have you been trained to conduct that kind of evaluation?
Yes, sir.
And have you ED'd people in the past?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in your contact with her, in the presence of Captain Hudson, had you formed a conclusion about what you were going to do with her at that point in time?
Yeah, I was just trying to get more information from her, like as far as her diagnosis. Every time I would try to ask her about it, she would get offended.
Okay. Was she physically aggressive to you at any point?
No, sir.
And was she cooperative with you?
Yes, sir.
And given what your observations were, what did you do next?
So I was talking to her. I was trying to ask her what she was diagnosed with. The more I would talk to her about that, she would get offended. She would start getting a little bit of, I guess, kind of a little bit more angrier. I was there by myself. My cover hadn't showed up yet, so I asked her to walk to my vehicle.
And did she walk with you to your vehicle?
Yes, sir.
About how far away was it?
Maybe about 10, 15 yards from where we're at.
And did you have any sense that she was a danger to you at that time?
No, sir.
Describe her size from what you could. How large or small was she?
She was maybe about 5 feet, 5 inches, maybe about 140 pounds, 30 pounds.
Did you see any weapon on her?
No, no, sir.
Did you receive any information that she had any weapon on her?
No, sir.
And so you walked to your patrol vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
And did she ask you anything?
She asked me if she was under arrest. I told her she wasn't, that I just wanted to talk to her, to walk to my vehicle.
And did she hear you say that?
Yes, yes, sir.
And was she under arrest?
No, at the time, no.
So when you walked your vehicle, did you actually go inside your vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And for what purpose?
I was going to see if, look at her personal history.
What can you discover about someone your access to your laptop and your MDT?
We could look at previous reports, see what they're arrested for, see what kind of calls that were made to involving that person. Also, any criminal history.
If a person had been maybe previously detained, emergency ED'd previously, would you expect to find that on your computer?
Yeah, you could try. You could look into that. Yes.
Okay. And why did you feel it was necessary to kind of do that kind of background check on her before you proceeded further?
I was just trying to get more history since she didn't want to give me a lot of talk about it too much. I was trying to get a little bit more history on her.
Did you have a decision to make about, well, I guess what were your options at that point? Could you have arrested her?
Yes, sir.
Could you have detained her?
Yes, sir.
Could you have ED'd her?
Yes.
So were you considering between those options?
Yes, I was considering more like an emergency detention, just based on the way she was acting.
Okay. The delusional thinking.
Yes, sir.
And what kind of things, facts would you need or were looking for in your patrol car to confirm or tip the needle as to what action you were going to take with her?
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
From the facts you were looking to obtain from your computer in your patrol vehicle, what kind of facts were you looking for to help you with that decision about whether or not to arrest her, detain her, or ED her?
Yeah, well, I was just, like I said, I was leaning more towards as an emergency detention, but I was trying to get more history, see if she, medications. Sometimes if we look at the past reports, we'll be able to see what she was actually detained, taken to the hospital for emergency detention.
And what risks are involved with you having made a decision immediately to arrest her?
Right away, as soon as I was by myself. I didn't have cover, so I was just trying to keep her calm, just till cover arrived.
And was that working?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're there, you're at your vehicle, you go into your vehicle, look at your NV2. What happens next?
I believe Officer Ramos shows up while I was inside the vehicle, and she takes out running.
And the woman that you talked about taking off running, what's her name?
Melissa.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa Ann Perez?
Yes, sir.
Had she voluntarily given you her name?
Yes, sir.
Her date of birth?
Yes, sir.
Where she lived?
Yes, sir.
You knew all that already.
Yes.
Right? And there was talk about a dog. Did she have a dog with her?
I can't recall.
Fair enough. So, while you're in your car, she takes off running. At the time that she took off running, had you communicated anything that you knew to Officer Ramos yet?
No, sir.
Either by radio or face-to-face conversation?
No, sir.
Would Officer Ramos know anything about who Melissa Ramos was, what she had done, what admissions she made? Would he have known any of that at that point?
Just whatever was on the key card.
Whatever's on the key card?
Yes.
And the key card didn't include who she was, right? Didn't have her name yet, right?
No, sir.
Okay. For all he know, she could have been a witness,
Yes, sir.
right? So she takes off running, and what does Officer Ramos do?
He takes out running behind her.
All right. And how soon in time do you discover that happened?
As soon as I saw them running, I turned. I saw them running, and I got out of the vehicle and went this way.
Okay. How far did y'all run?
Maybe about 20, 30 yards, maybe. Not sure.
20, 30 yards?
Yes, something like that.
When you turned and noticed that Officer Ramos was running, could you even see Melissa anymore?
No, it was too dark.
It was too dark. She was too far gone.
it was just real dark. I mean, she wasn't too far gone, but it was just a little dark. That area was dark.
Okay.
You can see like her shadow.
And when you joined in and you followed Officer Ramos, where did Melissa end up running to?
Into her apartment.
Okay, the apartment she had described for you where she lived, right?
Yes, sir.
And the front door, did she close the front door when she went into her apartment?
Yes, sir.
And did you or Officer Ramos in your presence attempt to go through that door?
Officer Ramos, I believe he kicked it.
Okay. You said he immediately kicked it?
Yes.
Okay. Describe that kick.
It's more like a, standing, facing it, just kick. Try to kick the door.
You know, you go through a lot of trainings, book training and physical training and driving training in the police department. And I suppose, and you tell me and correct me, is there training on how to enter through a locked door?
Yes, sir.
And what kind of training do they suggest? What kind of methods do they suggest you try?
We actually have tools, RAM, things like that that we use.
Does every patrol car have a RAM for that purpose?
No, sir.
Did you have one?
No, sir.
Okay. Was a RAM ever used that night that you recall?
No, sir.
It was not, right?
No.
Okay. But he's kicking on the door. Does he kick just one time?
Yes.
And then what happens?
Then I just told him to back out. That I was gonna make a phone call.
And
Not a phone call. I was gonna go back to my vehicle to try to get more history on her.
okay, kind of what you first attempted to do.
Yes.
Right? And so you left the location,
Yes.
right? And where was Officer Ramos when you left her from her front door?
He stayed there at the apartment, just watching the apartment.
Okay, to make sure she didn't escape.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And are you able to communicate with Officer Ramos while you're at your car and him being at the apartment?
No, sir. I mean, by radio, but I don't believe we did it.
But you didn't.
No, sir.
Right. So you're looking into some matters.
Yes.
Now, the district that you were in at that time, where the apartment complex was that in District 61?
No, sir.
Or Section 61, is that the better word?
Yeah, section.
Section 61.
No, sir, it wasn't.
He was in where?
It was in the 63 side.
The 63 section?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you responded to this call, you were assigned to the 61 section. It was a 63 section call.
Yes, sir.
Right, and why would it happen that officers from 61 would have been dispatched to a location in 63?
So I think the 63 side was a little busy that day, so they get whoever's closer available to send them over there.
Okay, you were available,
Yes, sir.
right? And Officer Ramos, was he another officer from your same section, 61?
Yeah, I believe so.
Was it somebody that you really knew well?
No, he was on T shift, so that's the shift that comes in from 5 o'clock to the 3 o'clock. So we take calls with them, but we don't take as many calls as with them. They kind of try to keep us with the same people on their shift, pretty much. For the most part, I mean.
Okay, so he was someone from a different shift. Now you've got this instant where it's now evolved from a person who was, from an instant where a person was suspected of cutting wires, causing a fire alarm, and now that it's evolved into a situation where a woman has run into her apartment.
Yes, sir.
Right? And besides kicking on the door, did you try other devices or mechanisms or means to try to get her to come out of her apartment?
We just tried calling her out.
calling her by her name?
Yes, yes, sir.
Because you knew it,
Yes, sir.
right? And so you're calling her by her name. Anything else?
No, sir. We're just trying to call her, tell her to come outside. We're looking through a window, see where she was at.
Now, the apartment complex itself, the nature of her apartment, were you able to kind of walk the perimeter around the entirety of her apartment?
Yes, sir.
And describe to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how many bedrooms could you see that it had?
About 3 bedrooms.
And when you were making that walk and looking around the perimeter, did you note whether or not the windows were open, closed, or the lights were on or off?
You can see the lights on some of the rooms. The windows were open.
And you say the windows were open,
Yes, sir.
right? Did the windows have screens on them?
They have screens. Some had curtains, but the curtains you could see straight through. I mean, the curtains were open.
Okay. But
Okay.
from wherever you stood there around the perimeter of her apartment, were you able to communicate with her and ask her to come out?
Yes, sir.
And would she have been able to hear it given what you observed?
Yes, sir.
And did she respond?
No, she would respond that she wasn't gonna come out.
She wasn't going to come out,
Yes.
right? All right, so now your situation's evolved into that. What do you do next?
I went back to my vehicle. Like I said, I was trying to get more information, and that's when Officer Salinas sent me a message to our computer saying that, because it was his district, so he sent me a message saying that he was on the way over there.
All right, and would this be Jonathan Salinas?
Yes, sir.
And what district is he assigned to?
The 6340s.
What section?
Oh, the 3 side. The 63 side.
63 side. And that's his area,
Yes, sir.
right? How does it work as far as your protocols with the San Antonio Police Department, where you have patrol officers at a location as to who's in charge? I guess if everyone's on the same rank.
Yeah, usually, I mean, if you're assigned to that section, that officer will take the report. He's the one that's in charge most of the time. It's kind of like everybody takes their side, their section kind of deal.
So, even if you had more experience than Officer Salinas, you would have deferred to him once he arrived?
Yes, sir.
And is that what happened here?
Yes.
Right. So when he arrives, what about what you've told us, what do you share with him?
I just told him exactly what had happened, that she cut the wires to the fire alarm, and that I was trying to talk to her, but she would get angry every time I would ask her questions about her mental illnesses, and she took off running.
So he was, one, aware that she was experiencing delusions.
Yes, sir.
You definitely communicated that to him, right?
Yes, sir.
You were aware that she was a suspect in a criminal mischief,
Yes, sir.
right? Had you identified any witnesses to seeing her actually do the cutting?
No, sir.
Okay, so your evidence was that she admitted to doing it,
Yes, sir.
right? And at that time that she ran back into her apartment or so, had she ever been under arrest on the information you had?
No, sir.
Was she, did you already ED her when she had run off?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you say when she was fleeing, and did you tell her to stop in the name of the law, anything like that?
No, sir.
She just made it back into her apartment,
Yes, sir.
right? And it didn't negate the fact that she was still suspected of committing a criminal mischief, right?
Yes, sir.
That criminal mischief crime, at that time, when she had run back into her apartment, did Did you have any idea of the amount of damage that she did, like the value amount?
As far as, no, initially we didn't. We were trying to get a hold of the key holder or somebody that worked at the apartment complex, and we weren't able to do that.
Okay, so you needed more information to determine whether or not the damage she was suspected of causing was a misdemeanor level crime or felony crime. Didn't know.
Yes, sir. We needed more information.
What's that?
We needed more information.
Needed more information. And you attempted to get that information how?
We tried to get somebody that worked at the complex to come out there and so he could tell us.
Okay, and so, I understand IT is here to help us with the video audio problem. It's now a good time to take a break.
Members of the jury, I'm gonna give you a short break, we'll say about 15 minutes.
All rise for the jury.
You didn't get anything. The dock cam plugged in?
So earlier they put the elbow, and that worked, but I mean they switched it over there. That's right.
It's probably switcher below. That's not plugging in.
Yeah.
Tell me to see, please.